46 minutes. Let's see if we can pull a lava coil. This gray one's actually pretty nice at this point. Gets rid of this land for us. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. I'm TOS, and you're watching Hello Good Game. This morning, we are looking at the Izzet Phoenix deck. And we've made a little bit of modifications to the sideboard just for the current meta to what we think's important. Its biggest downfall for us has been against Bant Scale Shift, which is why we've incorporated Alpine Moon into the situation or the deck. When we break the deck down, 4 Opt, 4 Shocked, 4 Chart of Course, 4 Radical Idea, 4 Lava Coil, 2 Tormenting Voice, 4 Goblin Electromancer, 2 Chandra Acolyte of Flame, 1 Beacon Bolt, 4 Arclight Phoenixes, 4 Crackling Drakes, 2 Finale of Promise, and some good old lands, right? So I'm sure we're all familiar with the Arclight Phoenixes and how they work, right? Whenever you cast 3 or more instants or sorcery spells this turn, Arclight Phoenix is going to come out of your graveyard to the battlefield, and it has flying and haste, so it's ready to go always. And it is a 3/2, so extremely powerful, especially when you're able to stack them. 2-3 Arclight Phoenixes coming back in one turn, and smashing is obscene. Crackling Drake is just as bad, to be honest. You get to draw a card when you play it, and then its attack or toughness is equal to how many instants or sorceries are in the graveyard, which is crazy. Sorry, it's power, not toughness. Finale of Promise is broken. This allows you to cost 3 cards with 1. Yeah, you'll recast an Opt and Chart of Course or Shock. Or 1 instant and 1 sorcery. So you can do a Chart of Course and a Shock or an Opt. And then there you go, all your Phoenixes are out. Beacon Bolt, this is just here to remove those huge creatures, right? Chandra Acolyte of Flame is really nice because it essentially is giving all your spells flashback. So you can -2 and then cast it from the graveyard again as long as it's under 3 mana cost. Goblin Electromancer is just making everything cheaper. Tormenting Voice is getting those Phoenixes into the graveyard for you. Any Jumpstart will also help you do this. Chart of Course will also help you do this if you need to. Sometimes it is worth it just main casting it from your hand, but if you can stack them in your graveyard and get them all out and going, it should be GG's. When we look at the sideboard, and we're going to pop into this as we play to refer to a guide that we've made, please check out the sideboard guide down below. Let us know what you think of it. It's a new endeavor of ours, but we think it will be hugely helpful to the community. And I know it's been helpful to me as well. So we have 2 Alpine Moon. Like I said earlier, this deck's biggest downfall is against Bant Scale Shift. So Alpine Moon is going to help us deal with Field of the Dead. As Alpine Moon enters the battlefield, choose a non-basic land card name. Lands your opponent control with the chosen name lose all types and abilities. They gain just tap and add 1 mana of any color. So it makes it a multiple mana instead of just a colorless mana, which I believe Field of the Dead is, which is good for them, but they have so many mana colors anyways that won't matter. So this is a great way to shut down Field of the Dead. We also have Negate. Now this is dealing with planeswalkers, scape shifts, things of the like, those really huge threats that we need to absolutely not have happen. Command the Dread Horde, not Field of the Dead. Bolas Citadel, excuse me. We also incorporated 3 Fry. Now this is where our deck differs from the deck that was seen in the tournament recently. It didn't run Fry, and we're looking to run Fry. We didn't typically do so well with the Izzet Phoenix deck against Esper matches with Teferi and Narset, right? Just shutting down our draw, shutting down our instance. But Fry should be able to help eliminate those in such a fashion that we're able to continue. We also have Flame Sweep. Now this is great because it's dealing with all those 2/2 zombies from Field of the Dead primarily. It's also pretty good against mono red decks. Ral Izzet Viceroy. So this card's pretty powerful. When we break it down, it's a 5-cost planeswalker. It enters with 5 loyalty tokens on it. His +1 ability. Look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. -3. He deals damage to target creature equal to the total number of instant or sorcery cards you own in exile and in your graveyard. That's disgusting. That's basically a beacon bolt ability. -8, you get an emblem with whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, this emblem deals 4 damage to any target and you draw 2 cards. So that's broken. If you get the emblem, you win the game. Moving on, we have Chandra, Awakened Inferno. This is a 6-cost planeswalker, so a little heavier. It comes out with 6 loyalty tokens as well, though. It can't be countered, which is really good against the Esper matchups. Each opponent gets an emblem. At the beginning of your upkeep, this emblem deals 1 damage to you. So we're putting that on them, and that's going to keep their life gain in check for Kaya's Wrath, Bellhaunt, Basilica, stuff like this. Or Oath of Kaya, sorry, not Kaya's Wrath. Well, Kaya's Wrath too, actually, a little bit. -3, Chandra deals 3 damage to each non-elemental creature. So this is really good against a lot of decks. Please note that it won't kill the Steamkin in a mono red deck. -8, Chandra Awakened Inferno deals 8 damage to target creature or planeswalker if it's permanent. If a permanent is dealt damage this way, it would die this turn, exile it instead. So this is great for dealing with those planeswalkers, getting a Bolus out, getting a Teferi out, of the like. And the last card is Entrancing Melody. Gain control of target creature with converted mana cost X. We're basically taking the Hydroid Krasis with this if it gets out of hand. We could also fry them, but what fun is that when you can take their creature and smash them with it? So that's the deck. I can kind of break it down more as we begin to play. If you have any questions about how it works, make sure you put them down in the comments. With that being said, before we do get into the matches, there's 2 days left in the season. We're pushing through Mythic. I'm using my red deck wins, which is a unique adaptation to the classic red deck wins. I'm rolling with Mism Tanks, and it is powerful. I absolutely cannot even say how many wins Mism Tank has gotten us. So that's what we're doing on the stream normally. We're going to try to rock out a couple matches of the Phoenix today, just to showcase that for you guys. Best of 3. Not a deck I play full time. That was our last Leyline to collect, so that's always fun. And then a quick reminder, if you're enjoying this content, make sure to check out the other content on the page. Like, subscribe, and share. All subscribers are entered to win up to 500,000 in gems. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out my first gem giveaway video to familiarize yourself with all of that. And now we're getting into some matches. Let's play traditional play so we don't lose any rank while we learn to play this deck together. The queue times are a little longer in traditional, I've noticed, especially with the end of the season being here. Everybody's just pushing rank like a madman. So our opponent gets to pick to play first, as they always should. It's not a bad hand, but it's not a good hand. We'll mulligan this, look for better land. We find it, and now let's get rid of it. We're getting rid of our island there because we're looking to play Chandra, Acolyte of Flame. We don't need to play for 1, so let's grab a scry while we can. The land can go. We have nothing to play for 4, so that's not really overly relevant to us right now. We do need to be casting multiple spells a turn, so it will be important at a certain point, but not right now. We're holding out for a radical idea to let our opponents think we can do something. I guess we could opt. So Living Twister drops. That's fine. He's no mana, so we're free to play that on his phase. We have 2 Sulfur Falls, which is great. However, Living Twister is a little bit of a pain. Let's get an early draw out. And we can discard... I guess we'll discard an opt. Just stacking our instants and sorceries in the graveyard. Brings our Crackling Drake to 3 already. Living Twister does not have reach. We are taking a little bit of damage here. And we see a Risen Reef drop, which we will immediately blast. So Flame Sweep will be really powerful there. We're going to toss a Drake out just for the draw. Well, he is a 4/4 as well. But the draw is primarily what we're looking for. Digging for our Phoenixes. So that's a 2-for-1. I don't mind that because we got to draw and then he spent 2 spells to deal with it. You know what I mean? Let's do it again. I'm just digging anyways, right? This is ideal. And we even grab a land. So if he spent another 2 cards to deal with this, that would almost cement our victory. Casting our opt. We still don't have a Phoenix, so we are not really saving the cards so much. I do like Radical Idea. And we have enough to deal with his Living Twister if we so choose. Let's just Beacon Bolt it, right? That throws us up a little bit. We could push up to 8 and then do 4, which would be 12. It could be enough for him to quit the game. Let's continue to draw, though. Drawing's always better. Drawing wins matches, you guys. Smashing for 7, so that's the Crackling Drake, and wow. You need to have a Lava Coil on hand to deal with that. So we're playing against Teamur Elementals, huh? Let's see what we think of that. We want to put in our Flame Sweep and our Entrancing Melody. Shock and Radical Idea come out. Oh, no way. He just quit. For a second, I thought we were in ranked. So in that situation, we would have been taking in the 2 Flame Sweeps, because these are dealing with Risen Reefs on a mass scale, and Llanowar Elves, Paradise Druids potentially, and Entrancing Melody comes in as well. We're taking Omnars, we're taking Hydroid Krasis, things of the such. We're playing first, and we don't really like this hand at all. It's got too much land. Let's ditch it. We'll keep this, and we will toss one of our Radical Ideas. And we do get to scry off the start, which is nice. Looking for more land, which is what we see. An early Gruul play. I would rather just take his Spellbreaker, to be honest. A Living Twister. So more Elementals, probably. Get rid of our Radical Idea because we have Jumpstart on it. So we do have a potential Phoenix drop in this match at least. He's still ramping. Drawing 2 cards. Hopefully one's a land. One Phoenix goes down. We're saving the Opt. Saving the Lava Coils. We do need to cast a second Radical Idea to get our second Phoenix out of our deck. Chart of Course will work. The only way it would work is if I drew a land. I think it's pretty risky at 13 health already though. Maybe we just go for it. One, two. Let's wait and we'll make sure we can do it for sure. It's only one more turn. It's better than preemptively blowing it all up. So this is what we were talking about just a second ago. The Hydroid Grixis is going to need to be stolen via Entrancing Melody. We do pull a land and we need it to come in for full cost. And we are throwing down a Lava Coil on the Grixis. Which is a 2-for-1 for him, unfortunately. And he got to draw a lot of cards. But we're also opting into a land, which we no longer need. So let's tuck that. And we pull another Phoenix, which is great. 2 on the field already. Only 9 health left. No attacks here. The Lava Coil is less than ideal. I don't know what deck would main deck Lava Coils other than the Phoenix deck. Very aggressive. Okay, so that was awful on our part. Yeah, we don't have anything else really. Let's drop our Crackling Drake. At least that gives us a defender. Could discard 2 lands. Holy moly, does he really? Nice. So with that is game. There's nothing we can do really. That's incredible. Living Twister just ripped and roared all over us here. So when we look at our sideboard, we need 2 Entrancing Melodies, please. And we will also take 2 Flame Sweeps, please. We're dropping 2 Shocks. And we are also dropping 2 Radical Ideas. So Flame Sweep helps versus Chandra, Acolyte of Flame's plan. Entrancing Melody is also a good tempo against either lands or Nissa. Shock's pretty weak against Leafkin and Nissa. Radical Idea is out. It's the weakest draw spell, so trimming it is fine. This Flame Sweep will wipe out the Llanowar Elves. Entrancing Melody to take his Grixis. Entering with our Steam Vents tapped. We have a second Steam Vents, but we're gonna go Sulphur Falls, and we will Radical Idea at the end of his turn. There's our Entrancing Melody. We have no play for 3, so our Steam Vents can come in tapped this turn. And if he doesn't play anything, we're going to Radical Idea one of these lands out of the way. Land for land, baby. Crackling Drake just for the draw. So many lands. Probably looking at a Lava Coil here. That's fine. More Sulphur Falls. Let's just keep drawing. A land can go. And our Electromancer's out now for him to deal with. So that will make my Entrancing Melody X1 for free, which is really cool. We have 2 Lava Coils for any threats he decides he needs to play. We could even take his Living Twister if there's no Hydroid Grixis. Well, I'll absolutely take this Cavalier of Thorns. So he mills a Risen Reef. Shock is great. So mana cost is 5, so we need to cast for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Would this be 7? Let's try it. It should work. No? It should cost 1 less because Electromancer. Bomber! I do want to take it. I don't want to kill it. Let's just throw Phoenix in the air. And I mean, the Llanowar Elf's not really worth dealing with at this point. One more land, I guess, for our Entrancing Melody. So that's pretty cool. He does get to destroy my Goblin Electromancer. And he is going with a Lava Coil as well. That's aggressive. I could kill it and keep it from exile. But at that point, you guys, this is brutal. Finale of Promise would be great. So the land's not going to work. The Flame Sweep is nice, but we're out of range of it already. Getting our attack in. As long as he doesn't throw another elemental in, we're okay.
I need some kindling, and you look flammable enough.
We just need a land.
I've got a burning
One land and we're all okay.
finish you.
Oh, that hurts though. Almost okay. Well, there's our lands. So a little bit slow here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why can't I cast this for 7? Oh my god, I've been doing it wrong the whole time. It probably would have worked as our Electromancer. Because I was trying to pay the whole card's cost instead of just the X. Brutal. So we learned a little bit there, right? Goblin Electromancer probably does work in reducing the X cost, but you have to pay the X cost, not the full card cost, because the card thinks you're retarded, and it just goes back to your hand. Oops. Yes. I don't mind the hand. It's got great land. It's probably a reanimation deck or an Esper control deck. Reanimation, it looks like. Probably Finale of Promise, to be honest. Or an Opt. Yeah, Finale. That's our turn here. Cry of the Cardinarium. He might have wanted to keep that for our Phoenixes, don't you think? Unless he has multiples. And he does have some red. So this is gone from Esper to Grixis. We see a Narset played. And let's get our draws in before she hits the field. Because that is going to shut us down a little bit. We're going to need to work in Fry for the second match. Chart, of course, should have went to the bottom. I don't know what the fuck I was just doing there. Pardon my French. Yeah. Let's hardcast a Phoenix. Smashing this Narset out of existence. Probably getting destroyed this turn. Bedeck, Bedevil, Angrath's Rampage. They go Bolus. So we'll get rid of one of our Chart of Courses. And luckily for us, we have a Lava Coil in the deck. Attacking his Narset and then drawing with our second Chart of Course.
Such violence is upsetting.
Getting that great big draw in. Put my Phoenix in the graveyard. He didn't do it. He took my Chart of Course, which is great. Our other Phoenix comes in. Our other land comes in. could have went for Charted Course and been really greedy, but what are the chances he plays 3 Thought Erasers so early? Well, I guess the Nicol Bolas is just as bad. Let's get a draw in. Crackling Drake saves the day! Oh my god, we draw another one. Huh. We're gonna leave it. Just because he could kill one and we don't have the spells to cast to bring it back. But that's game. Let's check out round 2. I don't think we have a sideboard guide for Grixis. So I'm gonna do it on the fly. I'll maybe add it in, actually. Right? So... down here, Grixis. And we are putting in, obviously, our fries. Our negates are really nice, too. Well... Shock's not very good against Grixis. I want the negates. We'll keep the shock because it's nice and cheap. We'll keep the shocks. And we're going to get rid of radical ideas. So we incorporated the fries, and we incorporated the negates. Similar to an Esper deck. We'd like to put in about 8 lava coils for Nicol Bolas. I get to play first, which is great. Oh no, sorry, our opponent goes first. We pulled 2 Phoenixes, and we almost have the land to play them. And we pulled a Fry to deal with our first threat. So this is looking pretty good. Nice. Crackling Drake or Fry? Negate. Interesting. There's nothing to Fry anyways. Let's keep the finale there. Because he did put our negate. But it is a sorcery, so without Teferi, that's not going to work. Nice. Here goes our Crackling Drake or our Fry. Just winning the game on discard. So cheap. So he's not seen our finale. Wow. He has now. Does he take the Fry or the finale? He should take the finale because I'll just recast the Fry. Yeah. So he needs one more Thought Erasure / Duress. Look at this. That's disgusting. Unfortunately for him, we're in the kitchen. Wow. So here goes our Fry. Our Arclight Phoenix. He's not planning on casting anything else, I guess. So let's just rush him.
Than having a plan. Basically anything.
Three or less. We could cast that for 1. That won't work. We do have 2. Let's just smash him.
Say hi to my fiery friends.
She's going to need to deal with our Chandra. And I guess he could Nicol Bolas the Fry out of our hand. Bedevil. It's really, really good. I guess let's main phase opt, which is pretty desperate, into chart a course, which is really nice. And now we can minus here, make some elementals, get some attacks in. And now we're able to chart a course for that great big draw, which we pulled a shock out of, which is not the worst. Obviously not the best either. Plays his own Chandra, Acolyte of Flame, which we're not necessarily too concerned about dealing with. He could recast Thought Erasure, I suppose.
Tell me if you've seen this one before.
Let's let him decide, because I wouldn't mind letting my fry sit there. But we can just minus with our Chandra to play it again, so let's not let him pick that. Because this way we can take out his planeswalker if we want, or just pull another fry, which is pretty funny. So let's cast... Oh, no, that won't work. I need a sorcery that only costs 1. Which I don't have. Right? You may cast up to 1 target instant card and or up to 1 target sorcery. So we can't minus 3 on that. Let's just take his Chandra out. We do have, like, advantage still. Right? We have Planeswalker. He has no Planeswalker. We have 20 life. He has only 8 life. And we're sitting basically at the exact same spot. And this is really fun because I can now fry that.
No one is more prepared than me.
Which makes me feel really good about myself. He does get to draw, and he's taken out my Planeswalker with it. So, that's not good. What do you do about it, though, right? Oh, and he plays a Kefnet. Wow. Crackling Drake at this point is going to be very tough. And we do get the draw, which is great. And he was holding a removal. Nice. We can't touch Kefnet, unfortunately, and he gets to double cast if he draws instant sorcery. Why is he looking at my graveyard? Now he's looking at his graveyard. Don't you dare command the Dreadhorde on me. He only has 8 life, though, so this is looking pretty risky. Takes 4 damage for that. Let's see if he's able to turn it around. Oof. Yeah, he is able to turn it around. We can lava coil this, which is nice. Basically paid 4 life to draw a card. I think it might have been a land. I know that game, friend. Oh great, another Narset.
There are so many mysteries.
Shit. It was pretty hard to compete with all those Thought Erasures off the start, though. And Duresses. Is that an instant? No. Thank God. Oh, more land. Literally 2 shocks would have done it.
Keep an open mind.
And Nico Bolas. That's a super duper game. We have plenty of land to get rid of, so. My pleasure.
Witness a mote of my power.
2 turns left. That's game. So, dear Grixis, how much do I hate you? He's bedevils for that. We're going to leave it right where it's at. Try to save our Fry this time for his bolus. And hopefully we can escape all of this like discard off the start. That was crazy. A Duress and 3 Thought Erasures within 4 turns. We do have the nice lava coils off the start, but I'm mostly keeping it just because of our land drops, right? So we see a nice and smooth early start. Let's tuck a lava coil. Oh, here comes Thought Erasure. There it is. Probably Goblin, Electromancer, or Fry. Such a good card, Thought Erasure. Especially in best of 3. Because now you're getting to exclusively take their sideboard cards, right? So good. The 1-cost lava coil is pretty sick, admittedly. I probably should have incorporated Ral just for the draw engine. Let's leave the turn there. Hold our hand up like we've got some negate handy. Immediately in with a Kefnet. She doesn't know I can kill. But it's in for the whole game, which is so annoying. I like Chandra, but I don't think it's going to do enough here. Sorry, my mouse just died. I had to plug it into the charger. There we go. So we're going to toss that. Really shitty to deal with. And he's just going to have more in his hand. So we can actually deal with it in such a way. Taking his Kefnet out of rotation, and then charting, of course. Let's get rid of one of our lava coils. I want to keep the draw handy in case we do need to use it. I get it. Dealing with that card every 2 turns is not good. Well, that's pretty cool as well.
Spark will be mine.
We're gonna toss our lava coil, I guess.
No! I outsmarted you eons ago.
Attacking is bolus.
Do not defy me. Playing here, my revenge.
And now
will be
charting a
painful.
course. And now. So we should have done our Tormenting Voice first and we would have got our Phoenix. But I think we're still okay. We do have a Crackling Drake in the barrel, sitting at 10. So that should be enough. And we're going to discard our Phoenix right from our hand. Search for Escanta has basically tapped himself for us. Let's play our Crackling Drake. And getting our land out. No attacks. He's going to need some lava coils here. Some Bedex and Grass Rampages of the like. So we've been here approaching 45 minutes, 46 minutes. Let's see if we can pull a lava coil. The Scry one's actually pretty nice at this point. Gets rid of this land for us. Let's get a draw in here. Oh my god, it's Finale. Getting the kill on one of his creatures. Really, not the Kefnet. Interesting. And turn. If we have to discard, it's Tormenting Voice. No discard here.
It's better
He
than
could
having
cast from
one.
his graveyard and do a
Basically
Thought Eraser.
anything.
Wow, that would be good. Tormenting Voice unfortunately goes now. Hopefully he doesn't Thought Erasure us. He does not. He's going with the
Can't believe
loyalty
Mother
counter.
really gave us homework.
This is so good.